Welcome to Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association. You can find us at LCARA.net, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. If you're enjoying the videos we're producing here at LCARA, please help our club out by hitting that subscribe button. Also, give us some feedback on our videos. Click the like button, share with anybody who may find it interesting, and be sure and hit the bell icon to make sure you get notified of the next video release.
Well, hello everybody, this is KY4VDP Brian for the Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association. And what we're bringing you today is a brand new event for our club known as Hands On with LCARA. Folks, you need mentors in this hobby to show you the different aspects of the hobby so that you can get more enjoyment out of it and be able to use your equipment more effectively. One of those skill sets is putting on Anderson power poles for the power leads going into your radios and such. And we wanted to put an event together. By the way, we had 16 people attend this event in our club to learn how to utilize Anderson power poles correctly and the different variations in Anderson power poles. They come in different amperage strengths, if you will, depending on the gauge of wire that you're using. 15 amps, 30 amps, 45 amps, and it goes up from there, although the black and red connectors that we were using at this event typically go from 45 down, 45 amps and down. Here's AC4DM demonstrating the black and red halves of an Anderson power pole, and here we have a couple of tubs and kits for putting Anderson power poles on your power leads. Got a heat gun there, a crimper on the left, the different contact kits, and AC4DM's kit on the top right, my kit there in the middle, and some of the wire that you can bring to these types of events or buy yourself and make your own cables. Again, depending on the amperage that you might need, you might use a 16 gauge or I'll go all the way down to say a 10 gauge to make it even thicker and allow more current. The other thing that I was really happy to see during this event was the conversations and the discussions that were started. We had folks that had been in the hobby for a while talking about, well, hey, if it's this easy to put on Anderson power poles, I can't wait to do this with my equipment. And of course, we had new people there that didn't know anything about Anderson power poles, and now they have some of that knowledge to be inspired to use those types of connectors. Why should you use Anderson power poles? Well, folks, it's a hobby standard, and it is a standard of Aries as well in amateur radio. So if you go to Hamfest, if you go to different DX events, almost everyone in ham radio utilizes these types of connectors so that you can plug your equipment in quickly and easily in emergency-based events. Here we had another member, KK4YUG, asking about distribution boxes. There's all kinds of distribution boxes out there. You can see it there in the middle left. I also had that one of those power cables from one of the radios that a member brought. It's about 6 feet in length, and a lot of those cables are longer than what you really need in many cases. He wanted to shorten that cable, snip it a little bit, create a 2.5 foot section, keep the longer section, put Andersons on it, and if he ever needs the longer cable, he can just mate the Andersons together. But the shorter cable is what he needed for his radio when it's in his ham shack. So we were showing folks how to take a long cable, make it shorter, or make 2 cables out of it. AC4DM here is showing off one of the cables that he had started, and the Anderson power poles already put on the end. For 15 and 30 amps, typically you just need to crimp those contacts and then insert them into the plastic housings. Red, of course, with red and black on black. But showing our members how this works, we had one member wondering if there was a male-female, but in fact, Andersons are identical. You put red to red and black to black when you put them together, so it's not like male to female. Another one of our members, again, brought his power cables, as I mentioned, wanted to shorten, create a shorter length of that power cable going into his radio, but still use the longer cable whenever he needs it. So we put Andersons, when we snip the cable, Andersons on the one end of the short patch, and Andersons on the long end of the cable that we had cut to. And just showing somebody how to do this inspires them to do this on their own. There's a little bit of an investment. You'll need a crimper. You might need a soldering iron if you're going to use 45 amps and above. But overall, the skill sets are easy to learn, easy to practice, and once you've invested in a few Anderson power poles, the contacts, the crimper, possibly a soldering iron, you'll have it for pretty much your entire life in the hobby. And so it's really great to see others inspired by this first hands-on event with LCARA. We plan to do these every third Monday of the month. HF radios will will be our next event, where we'll be talking about how to utilize your HF radios properly, safely, and not harm your radio with high SWR and things along those lines. So that will be our next event. We're excited. We hope a video like this inspires you to get involved with your club and learn from the Elmers, from the elders of your club. Learn new skill sets to get more out of the hobby. Every club has an Elmer, like AC4DM pictured in the red shirt. Get involved. Start an event like this at your club. If your club's not doing this now, might require you to get involved, but hey, inspiring others and teaching is what it's all about. I'm KY4 BDP Brian for the Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association. I hope you like this video. It's a short little video here, but we wanted to show you what can be done with a club and how you can learn new skill sets all the time. Have a great day. Press that subscribe button. 73s, everybody.